We encourage and we inspire others. At Powerful Living Enterprises, we provide outpatient mental health counseling and an array of workshops and services for your overall wellness. Our job is to make your life better. But I didn't always start out here. Let me take you back to the beginning. Picture this. I'm a young, idealistic college grad, and I'm working for juvenile probation in San Diego County. I see kids who have gone and made poor choices in their life, and they're headed down the wrong path. These are the type of children that the system has written off. Now, there was one particular young lady that stood out to me. We'll call her Angela. Angela was in and out because she had been shoplifting repeatedly and running away. And one of the days of my many times of trying to help Angela, I said this to her: your life can be better if you believe. Looking back on that moment, now I realize that I was given a power. I was given an ability to help encourage others. So from that moment, I decided I was going back to school so I could learn how to use that gift, to take it to the world. I went back to school, got my master's in social work so that I can begin counseling and being a clinician. And since that time, I haven't looked back. We're on a mission to absolutely change the world. There are two incidents that immediately stand out in my mind. The first is the day that changed my life. That's what I call it. So here I am working what I thought was my dream job. And out of the blue, I'm called into a meeting. And from that meeting, they tell me that I should resign. In that moment, I asked, am I being fired? I couldn't get over it. I was devastated, overwhelmed, angry, upset, all of those feelings. Here I was working at a job, taking care of the most vulnerable people in our population, abused children. And now my own safety and security were going to be jeopardized. I had so many questions in my mind. How am I going to take care of myself? How am I going to pay my bills? Am I going to be able to get another job? And the sad part about this situation is they never really gave me a reason why they wanted me to resign. I had to talk to myself, and I had to really give myself a good pep talk and say, girl, you have got to get yourself together. I realized that if I wasn't able to care for myself, I wasn't going to be able to care for anyone else. Now, fast forward to 2015, I'm having another life-changing experience. This time, I become part of the sandwich generation. Do you know what that is? The sandwich generation are people who are sandwiched between taking care of children and their aging parents. And that's the situation I found myself in. My mom was facing some serious medical conditions, which required me taking her to and from appointments many times in a week. Some of those appointments were even in another state. At the same time, my middle schooler, she had activities and things that she was involved in. School, band, dance, Girl Scouts. There was no way I could be two places at once. I found myself overwhelmed and just not knowing what I was going to do. So from those two situations, I learned that I can become not just the victim, but I could go to the victor. And so that's what we do with our clients today. We teach you that no matter whatever trial or adversity you're facing, you can get over it, you can get through it, you can come out. There's a few lessons that I've learned along the way. Go back with me to my college graduation. There was an incident that I will never forget that taught me a valuable life lesson. So here I am along with my graduating class. Most of us are smart, ready to take on the world, 20-something-year-olds. We're lining up to receive our college degree. But right in the middle of us receiving our degree, there's also an 80-year-old woman who at the same time is receiving her college degree as well. Now, I had seen this woman on campus numerous times, but I never stopped to think, what was she doing here? Well, I soon realized what she was doing when she received a 10-minute standing ovation for her perseverance and her determination to get her degree as an 80-year-old. So here's the lessons I learned on that day. Never stop learning. No matter what you've done, where you want to go, it's never too late to learn more, to enhance what you already do. Keep learning. You'll never stop growing if you do. I also learned another valuable lesson. Rely on your support system. Don't try to do life by yourself. There's no way you'll be successful if you try to do this alone. If you really want to succeed and see your dreams come to fruition, get a healthy support system. And then last but not least, the most important lesson that I've learned along the way is your real friends will always show up for you when you need them. So all of us has faced trials and adversities in life. We've had our backs against the wall. Something's made us question our faith. But during that time, your real friends are the ones who are there to hold your hand. Your real friends are the ones who are there to encourage you. Your real friends are the ones who are there to say, keep going. So no matter what you're facing, no matter how bad it looks, hold on to your faith and realize that these lessons that we learn, use them to not only make you a better person, but to cultivate you into your purpose.
It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown. I just want to speak to you, the speaker, or maybe not even a speaker, right? Maybe you're not a speaker, but you have a message inside of you that you want to release, or maybe you have a story, right? A story of your life, a story in your career, or maybe as you're listening right now, you're an expert, right? You're an expert at teaching people how to do something. You're an expert at raising kids. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you had an opportunity to share your message or your story on a bigger stage. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment and what that would mean for you if you could reach your target audience. If you're an entrepreneur, if that target audience got associated to the problem that you solve, or if you're a super entrepreneur with sales funnels out there, not only did it get associated to who you were, but they were able to join your list. Now, for other folks, that won't make no sense at all. But for you, the entrepreneur, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I want to invite you over to something called the Comeback Champion Summit. And the whole purpose of the Comeback Champion Summit is really to do one thing, which is one word, and that is possibilities. That's right. When you get a chance to get on stage, you get a chance to do it virtually, and some of you maybe in person, and you get a chance to share your story. So something deep inside of you. I always say your message, because some of you have a message or your expertise. Then guess what happens? 3 things happen. Number 1, you get to make a difference. And isn't that why you are on this earth? I mean, I don't want to get emotional here, but you're really on this earth to make a difference for someone else. Something has happened to you so it can go through you to someone else. And being able to speak on a platform that provides an audience, it's like having a microphone that allows you to help more people faster. So that's number 1. Number 2, when you're on a platform, I'm going to invite you to the Comeback Champion Summit, you get a chance to have more meaning in the world, to have more impact, and to have more influence. And that's really who we're looking for. We're looking for folks out there who have an interest, want, or desire of serving others. So if that's you, I'm going to invite you to go over to www.comebackchampionsummit.com. Again, comebackchampionsummit.com. Click the button. It'll say apply to speak. Go through the process. And if it's a good fit, can't wait to share your story over at the Comeback Champion Summit or any one of our platforms that serves other folks. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone, and we'll make some good things out. We connect again real soon. See you out.
What would I tell my 21-year-old self if I could go back in time? Go back with me to a time when I was in college. Here I was, a 21-year-old college student preparing to graduate soon, with my thoughts and ideas to go and take over the world. During that time, I was really excited because I was one of the first people in my family to be able to go to college. We took out loans, but it enabled me to get a great education. I went to someone who was very close to me because I was so excited about sharing my ideas and my dreams for my future. I went to this person and told them all the things that I wanted to do. This person didn't give me very good feedback. As a matter of fact, I went to them for encouragement, but all they gave me was discouragement. I walked away from that conversation confused and bewildered. I didn't know what I was going to do. But I walked away from that knowing that there was a small feeling on the inside of me that kept telling me, do not give up on your dreams. And that's the first thing that I would tell my 21-year-old self. No matter who disagrees, no matter if they can't see the same vision that you have, no matter if they try to discourage you, do not give up on your dream. It's there for a purpose. The second thing I would tell the younger version of me is, okay. The second thing I would tell her is the things that happen to you do not define you. We've all faced challenges and adversities in our life, but those are not the things that make up who you are. Let those trials be the thing that cultivates you into becoming a better version of yourself. And the last and most important thing I would tell her is, let your faith be the thing that guides you. We know that faith is what we hope for and what we haven't seen yet. I like to say it like this: speak what you seek until you see what you've said. In other words, keep rehearsing it, keep saying it, keep sharing it until it actually becomes your reality. Let your faith be the thing that pulls you to your future. Let your faith be the thing that shows you that big vision that God has for you. Never let that go. So my 21-year-old self will be able to show up ready, willing, and able to serve all of humanity. And that's the same thing that I do with our clients. We get them prepared and ready for living the life that they've always envisioned. Let me tell you a story about my grandmother. I'm sorry, Shay, you didn't go back over there.
1, 2, and 3.
Let me tell you a story about my grandmother. She's the inspiration behind everything that I do. My grandmother was the mother of 7 children. She never had a high school degree, but she served faithfully in our local church, and she taught me the importance of being involved in my church, from singing in the choir to giving welcomes, Easter speeches, all of the fun things that we did as a child. That has driven me to want to impact humanity in an even greater way today. So all those times that I was in the kitchen with her, cooking and singing, sewing, all the things that she taught me, that now propels me to want to continue to do good in the earth. She impacted me so much that I even decided to wear her ring today, just so she could be near and dear to me on today. But what I want to do is tell you how we're going to go ahead and impact other lives, what we're going to do to really make a difference in the world. At Powerful Living Enterprises, we're going to be providing more programs, more services. For example, we're going to provide more services so that not just people can get one-to-one counseling, but we're going to have groups and programs that multiple people at once can get the knowledge and skills that they're looking for to better their lives. We're also going to be providing more online services. That means anyone globally can reach out to us and learn new tactics for having better relationships. And we also want to implement retreats, summits, and conferences. That way we can get people together, come together to collaborate and provide support to one another. And even more importantly, we're just going to continue to support those who are around us. We're going to help. We're going to counsel. We're going to speak. We're going to continue to take this message to the masses that you can absolutely overcome any challenges or anything that you faced. Companies want to hire us because we are the solution to many of problems. So in today's world, we see so many problems. People are faced with challenges no matter where they turn. Families are falling apart. Banks are closing. Inflation is rising. Relationships are falling apart. We're the answer to that solution that they're looking for. We actually give them the blueprint to make their lives better. So let me tell you about a client success story. I was working with a couple. We'll call them Tracy and Marcus. They were a fun-loving couple. They had been dating for several months, and they were looking to take their relationship to the next level. They were considering marriage. But in that time, they were having many conflicts, constant arguments, and just not getting along. We were able to work with them one-on-one in counseling to get them to a point where they're able to understand each other better. They had better communication and less frequent arguments. We actually taught them how to fight fair. Now, I'm happy to report that just a few years later, they are married, they have a daughter, and they are excitedly waiting to tell us when they're going to be expecting their second child. This was done right in our counseling office. So this is what I want to say. People are looking to live their best lives, and that is truly a goal that we want to help you accomplish. We want to give you the tools, tips, and strategies that will get you there. But we don't just want you to live your best life. We give you the steps to live your truly God-blessed life. So call us, reach out to us, because we want to give you power for living. I love the professionalism. I loved that Shay coached me on how to craft my message, that he was open to our calls and connecting with us. I really love that Shay truly understood my brand and what I was trying to put out in the world. This has been a seamless process. Everything was organized, everything was professional, and it has just been an absolutely positive experience for me. I'm going to take this video and go to the masses so that I can impact humanity.
Thank you so much for watching the Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries. I just want to take a moment to talk to you. That's right, you that's watching right now. You the mom, or maybe you're the dad, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, or perhaps you're an auntie or uncle, but you're someone out there that has a heart to give, you have a heart to serve, and as you're watching this Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries, you may be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, I've had some life lessons, I've had some setbacks, I've had some experiences, I've gone through some things that have helped me become a better person, and I want to take that and I want to release that to other folks. Okay. Maybe you're a speaker and you're already doing it. Maybe you've written books and you've already done that. Or maybe the story that's inside of you, the expertise that's inside of you, the message inside of you, this is the right platform for you to make a bigger difference and a bigger impact in the world. Now, this whole Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries, if you had to sum it up in just one word, and it's kind of hard to do that, but as I'm talking to you and you're listening right now, you might be saying, Shay, what's the one word? And the one word I would say is just legacy. Legacy. There's a legacy I understand that you want to leave for your family, and I get that. But there's also a legacy of your knowledge. There's a legacy of your expertise. And think about this. You're able to share your message or share your story or share your expertise. And long after you're gone, they still have a window into the soul of who you are and the impact that leaves behind. If that's you and you someone that's want to get the information, you're someone that's ready to do something bigger than just your business and bigger than just making more money, but you want to have more meaning in the world, do me a favor. Go over to www.themakingofanontrepreneurdocuseries.com. I know that's a long email, a long address, but I want you to hear it again one more time. Themakingofanoentrepreneur.com. Now, when you get there, just put your first name and your last name and your phone number and information in there. Worst case scenario, you have a meeting with the team and decide, hey, me being a cast member, this isn't a good fit, but I had a lot of fun. Best case scenario, you decide to take a step. Folks understand your backstory, understand what you've been through, and the world is much better off while you're here. And when the day comes and you decide to transition and move on, it's still doing very, very well. So with that being said, I just want to pop in. Thanks a lot for watching the Making of an Entrepreneur series. My name is Shay Brown. I want to encourage you to continue to watch, and I'll see you at the next episode. God bless.